Imagine you're standing on the edge of a cliff. The wind is strong, carrying whispers of the unknown just beyond your grasp. You look down at the vast expanse below, wondering what lies ahead. Now imagine someone whispers in your ear, "What if we could see not only the paths that lead directly to safety but also those that offer glimpses of the breathtaking views hidden around every corner?" This whisper is about probabilistic thinking, a way of looking at life where you consider all possible outcomes and weigh them against each other. In our daily lives, we're often faced with decisions that feel like standing on this cliff. Should I take the job in another city or stay put? Should I invest my savings in stocks or keep it safe in a bank account? Each choice comes with its own set of risks and rewards. But what if you could see not just the obvious paths but also those less traveled? Each one revealing new possibilities? Let's dive into the world where every decision is an adventure waiting to unfold. In this documentary, we'll explore how probabilistic thinking can transform your daily decisions from gut reactions or simple coin tosses into well-considered choices. We'll meet people who have applied these concepts in their lives and businesses, showing you that even when faced with uncertainty, there are ways to navigate the unknown with clarity. Imagine a bustling city street where each person carries a map of possibilities. Some follow familiar paths, while others take chances on new routes. The ones following probabilistic thinking might stop at a crossroads and consider all the possible turns. Which one will lead them closer to their goals? Which path could potentially offer unexpected rewards or new opportunities? One such example is Sarah, an entrepreneur, who applied probabilistic thinking in her business decisions. When she faced the decision of whether to launch a risky product line, instead of relying on gut feelings, she used data and probability models. She calculated the likelihood of success based on market research and customer feedback. This method in the world we live in today, decisions can make or break our lives. Whether you're choosing which route to take on your morning commute or deciding between two career paths, the choices we make have a profound impact. But how do we approach these decisions with clarity and precision? Enter probabilistic thinking, a powerful tool that helps us navigate through uncertainty. Imagine yourself standing at a crossroads in life, facing an important decision. You might find yourself overwhelmed by the sheer number of options available to you. Should I go for this job or stay put where things are comfortable but not challenging? Would it be better to move abroad and start anew, or stick with my current environment? The list goes on. These choices can often feel like a maze without clear signs. But what if there was a way to make sense of these decisions by understanding the probabilities involved? Probabilistic thinking is all about assessing how likely different outcomes are in various situations. It's not just about making guesses. It's about using logic and data to guide your decision-making process. To understand probabilistic thinking, let's take a step back and look at why we need this approach. In everyday life, we're often faced with uncertainty, whether it's the weather forecast or deciding on which route will be faster during rush hour traffic. Each day brings new challenges that require us to make choices based not just on our gut feelings but also on data and probabilities. Let's consider a simple example, choosing between two job offers. One company is offering you an entry-level position with a promising career path, while the other has offered you a higher starting salary in a less exciting field. How do you decide which one to take? This decision isn't as straightforward as it might seem at first glance. To apply probabilistic thinking here, we need to gather information and analyze each option based on its potential outcomes. For instance, 1. Career growth *. What are the chances that the entry-level position will lead to a promotion or advancement in the bustling heart of our daily lives? We're often faced with choices that seem to have clear right or wrong answers. But what if I told you there's a different way of thinking, probabilistic thinking, that can help us navigate these decisions more effectively? Let's dive into how this powerful approach shapes not only our decision-making but also enhances our overall intelligence and understanding of the world around us. Imagine standing at the crossroads, facing two paths. One path is lined with well-trodden footprints from countless others who've chosen that route before you. The other path appears less traveled, perhaps even more mysterious or challenging. Which do you choose? With probabilistic thinking, we approach this dilemma differently, by recognizing and embracing uncertainty. Let's think of a common scenario, deciding whether to take an umbrella on a morning walk. Most people might look at the weather forecast for a clear yes or no answer before making their decision. However, with probabilistic thinking, they consider not just today's forecast but also historical data, current conditions, and even personal experience. Take Sarah, for instance. She has learned to weigh these factors carefully, perhaps noting that when it's cloudy in the morning, there is a 70% chance of rain by afternoon. This probability gives her more confidence than a simple yes or no from the forecast. By thinking probabilistically, she makes an informed decision with less stress and greater accuracy. Now let's extend this idea to broader applications beyond just weather forecasting. Consider financial investments. Traditional approaches often rely on past performance data. However, in today's unpredictable market environment, relying solely on historical trends can be risky. A probabilistic approach would involve looking at a range of possible outcomes rather than predicting one exact result. For example, if you're considering investing in the stock market, instead of assuming that your investment will yield a fixed return, you might calculate different scenarios based on various probabilities. You could estimate there's a 30% chance at imagine you're standing at the edge of a vast savanna. The sun is low in the sky, casting long shadows over the grasslands. Suddenly, a herd of zebras appears on your horizon. You've seen these zebras before, familiar patterns and shapes that seem to dance with each other as they move. But this time feels different. You might be tempted to think you know exactly what's going to happen next. After all, the zebra's movements follow a pattern similar to those of previous sightings. However, something in your mind is whispering softly, what if it's not quite like that? This intuition isn't just whimsical, it's rooted deeply within us. It's our innate ability for probabilistic thinking. Probabilistic thinking isn't about certainty, instead, it involves assessing the likelihood of different outcomes based on available information and past experiences. This process is crucial in making decisions both big and small, whether you're deciding what to wear or planning a major life change. Let's take an everyday scenario, choosing between two job offers. The first one pays well but has a high-stress environment, while the second promises lower pay but a relaxed work culture with more time for personal projects. A probabilistic thinker would weigh these factors by considering past experiences and potential future outcomes. They might ask themselves questions like, how likely is it that I'll enjoy working in the first office? What are my chances of achieving long-term success there despite initial stress? Would a less stressful environment help me maintain better mental health, potentially leading to more productivity over time? By thinking this way, you're not just picking between two options, you're calculating how each scenario aligns with your values and goals. This process isn't about being certain but rather understanding the probabilities involved. Now imagine that same savanna again, this time under a starry night sky. Each star twinkles in its own unique pattern, reminding us of countless possibilities beyond our immediate sight. In the everyday hustle and bustle of life, we often find ourselves making decisions based on probabilities without even realizing it. From choosing our morning outfit to predicting weather patterns, probabilistic thinking plays a crucial role in how we navigate through various situations. Understanding this concept can significantly enhance our decision-making processes. Imagine you're standing at your closet, trying to decide what to wear for the day ahead. You might think about whether it's going to be sunny or rainy by checking the forecast and considering other factors like recent weather trends and current conditions. This process of weighing different possibilities is a prime example of probabilistic thinking in action. Now consider another scenario. You're at work, trying to gauge how well your team will perform on an upcoming project. You might analyze past performance data, assess individual skills, and even factor in external influences like market trends or company policies. By considering these probabilities, you can make more informed decisions about resource allocation and planning. In the financial world, probabilistic thinking is essential for managing risk and making investments. Investors often use statistical models to predict potential outcomes of different investment strategies. For instance, they might calculate the probability that a particular stock will rise or fall in value based on historical data and market conditions. This approach helps them make more rational choices about where to allocate their capital. Even when it comes to health decisions, probabilistic thinking can be incredibly powerful. Imagine you're considering whether to get vaccinated against a virus. You might weigh the probability of contracting the disease versus the effectiveness of the vaccine in preventing infection or severe illness. This kind of analysis can help inform public health policies and individual choices during a pandemic. In sports, athletes use probabilities to strategize their plays and game plans. Coaches often analyze past performance data and current team dynamics to predict which players are most likely to succeed under different conditions. Similarly, fans might consider the probability that their favorite team will win based on recent form or historical head-to-head matchups when making predictions. Navigating social situations also. As we stand here at the end of this journey through the power of probabilistic thinking in everyday life, it's easy to see how these concepts have transformed our understanding not just of complex decisions but also of the world around us. Probabilistic thinking isn't just about numbers or statistics, it's a way of looking at things that makes sense of uncertainty. Consider this: every morning when you step outside, there are countless factors influencing your day. Weather conditions, traffic patterns, even the mood of those around you. With probabilistic thinking, these variables become more than mere coincidences, they're part of a larger narrative shaped by probability and chance. It's like having a map that helps navigate through life's unpredictable terrain. In many ways, embracing this mindset is akin to becoming a better detective. Instead of waiting for the perfect conditions or hoping against all odds, you start to see patterns, make informed guesses, and take calculated risks. This doesn't mean ignoring potential dangers, it means making smart choices based on what's most likely to happen. For instance, if you're planning an outdoor event, instead of worrying about a single rainy day that could spoil everything, think about the probabilities. How often does rain occur in your area during those months? With this information, you can make a more confident decision. You might still face some surprises, like that unexpected downpour, but with better preparation and flexibility, you're much more likely to have a great time. The key takeaway is not just accepting probability as part of life but also learning how to adapt quickly when things don't go according to plan. Life isn't always straightforward, it's full of twists and turns. The ability to embrace these uncertainties can turn challenges into opportunities, turning what could be seen as failures into lessons learned. Moreover, probabilistic thinking is not just a tool for making better decisions but also a way to maintain your mental health in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. By focusing on probabilities rather than absolutes, growth is a ladder, not a leap. Subscribe and keep climbing.